Sohan, you played a very nice attacking game against Grandmaster Neverov, and it has become a ritual. Every year we have one interview of you of your attacking game.
Maybe it is your presence that is making me win with GM.
Well, this time it was a Sicilian, and it was a Taimano Sicilian, and it looked like a very normal position, but all of a sudden there was this bishop into c3.
Suddenly I was surprised that I saw that generally dark square bishop, black has to think 1,000 times to give this directly, because everything was fine, and suddenly it was actually a miscalculation, and I saw g4 and e4 is under attack. He quickly played knight f6, but I somehow tried to create a compensation, and at the end I'm happy that I got compensation, and finally I'm very happy that I won.
Yes, but you played this move rook a e1. I mean, you could have played something else as well in that position, like queen d3 with the idea of rook d1.
That was the thing which made me happy actually. I could play queen d3, I could play queen d4, protecting e4, and then the d6 pawn is weak. It looks superficially that d6 should be under attack because I have a dark square bishop, d file is open. So it is like I should attack d pawn. But the main crux was to support e4 with over protection and then use the g file. And then when you played knight g4, it was good not to play something like queen g3, bishop f3 or rook g1, first h3 because I don't want his f5. And if he plays knight f6, then I am happy that I got the g file now. Then he has to make work with f6 and protect down the 7th rank. So he had to play knight f6, it was a good move. Then I played rook g1 because eventually the bishop on c6 will exchange on g2. So I need a rook on g2 and the g2 protects c2 as well. So I played rook g1, then he played f5. Perhaps f6, I don't know, maybe f6, but okay, f5, fine, f5, maybe n6, idea of n6 was f5. I played bishop d4, g7 is weak, so he has to play rook f7, and then I close with e5 because the knight on h6 is bad now. So I have some points to claim that I have some compensation.
So your bishop is also now passive because your pawns on e5 and f4 are on the same color.
Yes.
But his knight is even more passive.
Correct. I have greener routes by c5, b6, all dark squares are under control. And his knight will take a lot of time. And as in Power Play DVD, Daniel King has said that lock positions are good for knight, but knight needs good squares. So even though the position of king side is locked, but the knight doesn't have a good square.
The knight would love to be on e4.
Yes.
But there's
the
no
knight
way.
cannot come to e4, yeah.
So it seemed like, although he had won a pawn, in the end it was you who had all the play because
I have
you
the
had
initiative.
g file.
Yes.
And what's his plan in that position?
I think maybe this position is equal. I haven't checked with any computer or nor even I have analyzed with my opponent. But it looks as if black can't make progress and even white cannot make progress because I need to hit g7 at 6. I don't have anything. Only the bishop can participate in king side, then I am good. Maybe bishop f2, bh4, some possibility, but I think it should be equal.
How did you feel when you made the move rook g6? You know, you kept that rook hanging for many moves.
Yeah. Well, actually the point was the e6 was under attack and he cannot play knight at 6 now because rook at 6 and queen f6 is a problem. So the g6 and it eventually stops freeing move like g5. Black can at times play g5 and just free. So rook g6 freezes everything. So rook g6 and then I keep everything. And he cannot take on f5. There was a chance to play queen d8, queen f5, but there was a sack on g7 when the queen was on h4 and he could play queen takes a5. Queen d8, I avoid the exchange with queen h5, he played queen takes a5. He could play. Then rook g7 is coming. And after multiple this thing, I have queen g5, queen f6, draw or maybe more.
But when you played bishop c5, did you consider that he could play queen c8 instead of queen e8?
Yes. Maybe queen c8 was better for black. I suddenly realized, oh my god, queen c8 because c3 is under attack. And now the next move, do you know what is the next move? I could play bishop d4, but the problem is now he can play knight f6. And now, okay, maybe can I play rook g5? Yeah, I think I can play bishop d4. Maybe this is equal, yes.
But if you play bishop e7 in that line, then rook into c3 gives him counterplay.
Yes. I have to play bishop d4 or bishop c5.
Right.
And he cannot give exchange sacrifice because the g7 is weak. So he has to keep quiet with queen d8, queen e8.
But when he played queen e8 and you went bishop e7, did you feel like now game over or?
Yes. I thought I should be winning now.
and then the finish of the game.
That was really cool. I mean, it was good for the spectators, I think, because so many checks and the king calmly come to d2, he took the rook, again he went to h2 and there was a mate on G8. So after Queen F2, this Rook G2 was a classic finish. So he can't take on H4, G8 is mate.
Yeah, that was a nice move. You played it, and he had to resign the game. So another nice victory. You are on 5 out of 7 now. Are you happy with your performance
Yes,
here?
of course. I started pretty slow, 2 draws with low rated, I would say. But games were drawn where I should have, one game I should have converted. Second game was okay. Now I'm back in the race. Let's see, 3 rounds to go.
Well, we wish you all the best,
you.
and hope we see more attacking
and I would
games.
love to see you for 3 more rounds, so I could get this.
Well, if you beat any more GMs, then we'll do another
definitely,
interview.
definitely.
Thank you so much.